Alright, I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today we're in South America. I'm going to run a flight from, was it Bloemfontein? Bloemfontein. I think that's how you pronounce it, to Cape Town. In the real world, they did this ride in 1 hour and 36 minutes, so we'll see just how close we can come to that. It's a SaFair flight, Flight 843. Aircraft is cold and dark. I basically just got in here. Get this air off of me. And I'm just getting ready to get started. Alright, you should have the little data sheet there. Let me give you the CDU as well. Fat fingers don't want to work here. There we go. Alright. DC battery selector to bat. DC battery switches on guarded. Standby powers auto guarded. Auto flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Electric hydraulic pumps 2 and 1 are off. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. Ground power is available. We're going to go on ground power and confirm with the AC selector. Alright, we're going to get set for unconditioned air here. And galley power is on. And let's set up the IRS. Selectors, emergency exit lights are armed. Trim air, let's just cycle that. Alright, let's enter our position. And we are at FABL. And there's a GPS. And as you can see, what's in the database for FABL is pretty close to what the GPS is picking up. So that looks pretty good. Alright, our flaps are up, and showing up. We're going to give them the position lights. Let's just get some brake pressure in here. Let me just check. That's looking good, and let's just check here. Set, ground power, and air conditioning. Very good. Alright. Okay, so that is good. Alright, that takes care of the originator flight. Let's move on to the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off. Reverses are extinguished. EEC switches are unguarded. Crew oxygen is 12,000. Flight recorder test. Mach speed warning test 1 and 2. Stall warning 1, and a little too early for that. And we'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSCU is out. Let's do our oxygen flow test. Oxygen is good. Lights test. And that all looks good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Spoilers A and B are on guarded. Yaw damper is on. VHF nav is normal. IRS is normal. FMC is normal. Source select is auto. Control panel set to normal. Fuel temperature is fine. Fuel pumps are off. Crossfeed check. AC/DC panel is set. Galley power is on. Equipment cooling, supply, and exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No smoke and seatbelt sign is on. Window heat. And let's run the overheat test. TAT test. Wing and engineer and the ice are off. Electronic or electric hydraulic pumps, electric 2-in-1 are off. 3 entranceways are open. Test on the hot flight data recorder. Pressurization panel is all zeroed out. Temperature is fine. Reset the master caution. Overheat test. Wing body master AC. Very good. And the recirc fans are set to auto. Packs are set to auto. Isolation valve is open. And the engine bleeds are on. APU is off. We're set for unconditioned air. Today's ride is going to be flight level 360. Alright. And let's check our outflow valve. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Alright, lights are good. We'll use the right igniter for today. Alright, let's do ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. So ATIS is 126.45. Are we going to get ATIS? I may have to restart this. Just take a look at SayIntentions here. Let's try that.
4,000 feet.
Okay, that worked.
2.11. QNH1017. Density altitude 7400 feet. Transition level 85. Arriving and departing.
Alright, let's have a peek here.
12 applies on course heading.
Wind 050 at 11.
Following is requested.
Scattered.
All runway and
Towering cumulus at 4,000. Temperatures
Advise
32.
on initial contact you have
Dew points
information.
11. 1017 on the pressure.
Airport. Information Lima. 14000.
And we're using runway 2 on the way out.
Visibility 6. Sky conditions.
And we have Lima.
4,000 feet. Temperature 32. 3.11. QNH1017. Density altitude 7400 feet. Transition level 85. Arriving and departing runways 02, 2, 12 advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested.
Right, let me make sure that's correct.
Short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Lima.
Yeah, that should be good. Brand Fisher Tower, good morning. SaFair 843. Looking for IFR clearance to Cape Town as filed. We have Lima.
Transavia 610, Bloemfontein Tower, information Lima is current. Cleared to Cape Town. After departure, fly radar vectors to Bilbao, then is filed. Departure runway 02. Initial climb altitude 8,000 feet. Departure on 124.3 squawk 5552.
Cleared to Cape Town. After departure, fly radar vectors to BLV, then is filed. Departure runway will be runway 2. Initial climb to 8,000. Departure on 124.3 squawk 5552 for SaFair 843. Alright, so we are good up to 8.
Transavia 610, read back correct.
And that is set. Departures 1243. Let me put this over here. Just so I don't forget it. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Alright, so ATIS clearance, let's program the flight management computer now. So you have the CDU and you have the load data sheet. Alright, good. Alright, so we're from FABL to FACT. and it's FRS, right? Oh, SFR. Is that dyslexia kicking in again? 843. Right, and we have runway 2. Alright, and on the arrival, we have getting 1B. Alright, and we'll be doing the ILS into 19. And I believe that was 1. Let's have a peek at that. And we'll fill the rest in. Alright, BLV. And that's going to be 2906. That's the one we want. PVV. Tequil. UV decks. ESRUK. Right. ESRUK. Then getting. Then 30A, then 120H. Right. And then we're on our way in. So let's go have a peek at some charts real quick. Alright, so we're direct on the way out, so let's go to... And on the way in, we had getting 1B. From getting. Alright. Let's have a peek here. To getting, right? And then 30 out. 215 or 250 or below, that is correct. And then 8 out. 210 or below. Alright. To CTV. Right. That looks good. And then CTV. To CTV, and then we are heading around. I don't want that. Right, and if we take a look at from CTV, the ILS-Z. From CTV, we're going to follow around and then head on in. And then we have the hold on the mist, right? Mist. And at 45. So that all looks pretty good. All right. Let me give you the little data sheet now. Let me grab the same thing.
Can you confirm the airborne frequency, folks?
All right, let's set up the weight and our fuel load for this ride. Man, I should have greased these yesterday when I got done. Alright, let's go to the payload, and the zero fuel weight for this ride is 134.6. So we'll put that in and let that distribute the weight for us in first class economy and whatnot. And we're going to come in here and go to the fuel. Our fuel for this ride is 20.7. Okay, and that's going to give us the zero fuel weight of 134.6. Let's take a look at our final reserve. Our final reserve with the alternate is 78.31, so it's going to be 7.9 on the reserve. Cost index this ride, the CI is 18. And we've got a flight level of 360. Let's get the cruise winds. Oh, we want top of climb. Top of climb 282 at 60. And it already put in our OAT, so that's pretty good. Alright, we're not going to derate the engines. Alright, our CG is 25.3. This is going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. Now runway 2 has an upslope of 0.1 and a heading of 2. 2's already in, so we'll put that in there. Okay, and let's get the winds. 320 at 11, gusting to 21. Ooh, yeah! Alright, let's get our descent forecast in here. Since we're down here 11 already, we know on the back end, in fact, it's going to be 10:14. Let's go to top of descent here. Top of descent, we are looking at 11. And on the back end, I said it was 10:14. Alright. And we're at 36. We'll put in 20,000. 15,000 and 10,000. Let's go grab those wins now. 284 at 42. At 15, 281 at 30. And at 10,000, we're looking at 287 at 20. Alright, and let's have one more quick peek at that. Make sure I didn't screw nothing up. And that all looks good. Alright, let's come back to map, and then we'll go to route data, and we'll request the cruise winds. You can put them in yourself. You come in through here and grab the cruise winds if you want. You need help? Oh, you're in South Africa. Okay. Cool, Queen. Yeah, I was thinking about going to FAOR next. I believe that's the home airport for SaFair Airlines. So I want to see how long that ride's going to be. I don't know if I'll have time to do it after this one, though. Family's coming for dinner on Sunday. And it gives me the upload is ready, this is ready, and then invalid. And didn't put anything in. Alright, I'm not going to leave it. Let me just set you up. I could put them in, but I'm not going to be bothered putting the cruise winds in. Let's move along, shall we? Alright, let's go back. Let me give you... You're not going to need the CDU anymore. And I don't think you're going to need the load data sheet. Let's come back into... Right, I want... I put this in case I have to come back if we hit a bird or an engine goes out, or this way all this info is already in, being that I'm in here by myself. 57 and climb to 823 to 65, and then we'll be holding there, right? That all looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And we are looking at 4457 and 4450. All right. So that looks good. You're in. That's set. All right. I've got tower and departure was 124.30. Yes. And then you're going to go there. All right. So the pedestal is good. All right. Let's see. Where am I here? Map. Bring that down. I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, and station. I'm on the master. You can have the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. And the initial heading is for 8. And let me have that. Looking at 151 on the engine out. 488 on the trim. That looks good. That looks good. We're cleared up to 8. All right, so that's set. Nose wheel steering is normal. Got it. Let's check the panels here. I'm going to want you there. And I'm going to want you there. Yeah. Okay, and the lower display. And auto flight system test. That is good. Okay. Primary flight display, artificial horizon is level, ground speed is 0.45 on the speed tape. V1 is 145, V2 151. We have a heading of 248. Decision height of 337 if we have to come back. Local pressure of 1017. And we're cleared up to 8,000. I have terrain on the nav display. Let's get the standby gauge set, 1017. And N1 is set auto. Speed reference is auto. Reset the fuel flow. Auto brake is set for rejected takeoff. We are good here. That's all good. Let's check the bottles. We got a clean board. And let's check TCAS. And that test is done. And let's check the stall warning. 1 and 2. Alright. That's all good. TCAS is good. Ground proximity. Alright, we have fuel in the center tank, so... And let's get the APU up and running. Let's see if we're going to get a fault this go around. Alright, there's no ground here, so we're on tower. Yes, yes. Let's get these doors buttoned up. Let's get rid of the... Oh, you know what? Let me wait until I'm on APU power. Flightdeck has a funny way of disconnecting power if I decide to do something. Even though I want power connected up until I ask for it to get disconnected. Let's see, today's ride is 541 miles, so a little bit of a run. They did this ride in 1 hour and 36 minutes in the real world. We'll see just how close we can come to that. Now I could use some air in here. There you go. The APU is up. And we're going to confirm we got some juice with the AC selector. I will give that a minute and then we'll get off APU bleed. In the meantime, let's come back into here. Ground services. Release the ground power. And we can get rid of air conditioning as well. Let's remove those chocks. And the doors are getting buttoned up. Very good. Alright, let's get on APU bleed.
Lufthansa 979, service in 120 degrees.
All right, there go the stairs. All right, we should be completely disconnected from ground. And we've got runway 2 on the way out. So I'm going to be backing out on my own power. I don't like the pushback system in 2020 at all. So I'd rather do it myself. Bram Fletcher Tower, good morning. SaFair 843. Ready for push and start at ramp 9 with Lima.
Transavia 610, push and start approved, face east.
Alright. So, push and start's approved. Hey, Hydraulic Dreamer, how's it going? You just caught me on the way out. Just get ready to get on out of here. Alright, so let's get those pack switches off. Let's get the anti-collision light on. Pressure is good for start. Let's start number 2. I'm not going to hold these fuel cut-offs out. My shoulder's bothering me. I can't remember ever getting a hot start in PMDG and MS 2020. But if they do go to red line, I could always grab it and slap it down if I have to. Oh yeah, Memphis. How's it going? Yeah, we're playing in South Africa today. Don't know if I'm going to get 2 rides in with family coming. It's already almost 2. Alright, that's stable. So let's get on Gen 1. Confirm with the AC selector, or Gen 2 that is. Alright, isolation valve is closed. Alright, pack to auto. Pressure is good. We're going to start number 1. So far so good from cold and dark to starting her up. Alright, that's enough air for now. Move that back up. Alright, they're stable. Let's confirm. Very good. On, off, don't need you. And we got a clean board. Alright, let me get the clock going. And let's get on out of here. See if we're going to be able to back out of the gate here on our own power. Oh yeah. And let's set the brake. Alright, flaps 5, taxi lights, you're going to TA, auto, let me have flight controls. That's all looking pretty good. Let's have a quick peek. That top section is done. Exterior lights, we are good. AP was needed. It's off. Master caution recall. We got a clean board. Flaps are set for takeoff. Transponders TA auto. Weather radars auto. And flight controls are free and clear. Good morning, Bram Fletcher, Tower, SaFair 843 at ramp 9. Looking to taxi to runway 2. Hey, Sebastian, how's it going?
Transavia 610, taxi to runway 02 via Alpha.
Clear to taxi to runway 2 via Alpha, SaFair 843. All right, so we're good to go. Alpha 4.
Charlie Delta, wind calm, runway 26 clear, touch and go. Runway 26 right, Hotel Charlie Delta. Auxiliary inside, clear the line 26 right, wind 060
All right, we've got Alpha all the way down. Hopefully your charts are following along where they should. And we're direct BLV, so we don't have a SID out of here. Weather looks rather nice, though. A few clouds in the distance. I got the moon out on the right. Nice. Pretty cool. We should have a decent wind. Looking at that windsock. Pretty much straight on.
Bravo Sierra to the ground, hello again. Taxi will be runway 26 right, H101. No problem, taxi to holding bay 26 right, H101. Bravo Charlie, Tango, holding bay, runway 26, alright, ready for departure.
Oh, flick of air.
Metro, request the climbing and down. Hotel Yankee Tower, wind 220 gauge 4 knots, runway 26 right, paid for takeoff.
Tiller acts a little bit too hard, a little too stiff still. Still got to work on that a little bit. Seems to be right at the beginning. I may have to put a dead zone in on the tiller. Although it's rock solid. I mean, it's optical encoder, so there's no play in there at all. And we're not going to need that anymore, and we're direct, so. Blam Fisher, Tower, SaFair 843, holding short, runway 2, ready for departure. Let's get some air back in here again. We're warming up quick with these computers on.
Transavia 610, runway 02, winds 330 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, SaFair 843. Let them know. Get you up. TARA. Let's have a peek. Attendant notifications complete. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. Engine start select as a continuous. Auto throttle is armed. Transponders TARA auto and parking brake release 40%. We're gone. Man, I don't think we could have asked for a better sky. All right, 40%. Stable, toga. Thrust set. Airspeed active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80. Gear up. Great view out that left window.
Transavia 610, contact departure on 124.3.
Contact departure on 124.3, SaFair 843. Have a good day. Departure, good morning, SaFair 843 with you, climbing through 6,000 for 8,000, inbound PVV.
Transavia 610, Bloemfontein departure, radar contact, cleared direct Petrusville, climb flight level 240.
Clear direct PVV, climb flight level 200, FAir 843. And that's all trimmed out. You can have it now. What'd I miss? Hey, Ron 9, how's it going? In 2024, no, not really. Flaps 1. Not really. I ended up going back to 2020. I have to wait for PMDG anyway, but I want 2024 to be playable offline like 2020 is. You know, once you log in and they check your credentials. But that's just not possible right now. So hopefully that'll come and then we'll upgrade. Great view on the way out. So we got a 250 knot climb right now. Pretty nice departure. And we've got 532 miles to, was it Cape Town? 120 miles to top of climb. And the view is just amazing. We're just getting ready to hit 10,000, so.
Transavia 610, climb flight level 270, no delay.
Climb flight level 270, no delay, SaFair 843. All right, that's 10. And we're good up to 270 now. What did I miss? I miss anything here? Oh, yesterday, yeah, the Snow Max. Yeah, that was a pretty cool ride. Both of those rides with the mountains were actually rather nice. Going into Bloemfontein was pretty cool. And then up in Canada. Yeah, 2 great runs. Now we're down in South Africa. Oh, it's still sitting in the box, yeah. Not me, I'm not good like that. Stuff gets in the mail that I ordered, hardware, man, I'm opening that box right away. It doesn't even have time for the mailman's fingerprints to get dusted off before I'm ripping that puppy open. Alright, let's kick back a little bit here, stretch. Alright, and let's have a peek. Autopilot's engaged, 10 notification is complete, cabin pressurization and temperature, we're going to monitor that. Engine bleeds are on. Pack switches are set to auto. APU is off, exterior lights as needed, we're good there. Engine start selectors as needed, they're off. Auto brake selector is off and the landing gear is up and off. And we're already set for standard pressure. So basically it's monitor, 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 and then program the arrival. Pretty cool ride. Oh, Indiana Jones, yeah, cool. See, I don't have Game Pass. The only game that I really play that would be on Climb Flight Level 310, SaFair 843. Is Flight Simulator, so I don't have the Game Pass. I just purchased 2024 and 2020. Although I did get a refund for 2024. So, if there's ever an offline option, I'd be back. But 2020 is beautiful, just the way it is now. So, I think the mountains would look a lot nicer in 2024 compared to 2020 because of the updated mesh and whatnot. But the 3D little rocks and stuff that are down there for an airline ride, you're really not going to notice that too much, I don't think. But the mountains, I think, would really look great. Innsbruck into 2024 must look amazing. Oh, instead of doing it by the month, yeah. Clouds look nice as usual. I don't know if you can see the moon's up right there. Just going behind the clouds that are just moving into that right monitor. And you can still see it a little bit behind it. Pretty cool. Nice view. Yeah, I don't have that Game Pass either.
Translate to 610, climb flight level 360.
And climb flight level 360, SaFair 843. So that puts us at cruise. And what do we have? We have got 500 miles now to Cape Town. 96 to top of climb. We can actually let them out of the seats. It is really smooth out. That should be in range.
10, contact Johannesburg West Center on 118.5.
Contact Johannesburg West Center on 118.5, SaFair 843. Good day. Johannesburg, good afternoon, SaFair 843 with you, climbing through 20,000 for flight level 360. inbound PVV.
Transavia 610 Johannesburg West Center identified. Good morning.
I see we have some company up there heading in the opposite direction. They don't show on TCAS for some reason. Don't know why. I can actually see the nav lights, the green, the red, individual, and the blinking, God, I'm losing my mind here. The strobe light that they have on there. See, I don't know why we lose communications all of a sudden for no reason. So we'll switch over. Yeah, that's why I thought with 2024 they were going to give us a little bit more data on our end to kind of reduce the stream load. They did the exact opposite. I mean, I'm not sure of the reasoning behind that. I mean, you can buy a 4 terabyte drive for a fairly cheap amount of money now. It's not like it was years ago. So, that I don't get. Oh no, pretty cool climb out. Winds aren't that bad. We've got 11 knot, 12 knot crosswind coming. Not that bad. Yeah, I think 2020 is better because it's a little bit more mature of a platform. 2024 just still has a lot of growing pains. They basically should have just taken the, oh yeah, let's get rid of that. They should have just taken the better mesh and whatnot and just put it into 2020. Program is already fairly smooth. Quite a few programs that already work with it. Upgrade the mesh and all that, and the global maps, the satellite imagery and whatnot, and then charge an update fee. You know, you wanted to get your money, so you created 2024, and it's a mess. I think in part because it just wasn't ready for release. They rushed it. I think they wanted those holiday dollars and put it out before it was really ready, which actually really hurt them in the long run. That should be coming into range now, and we're looking at 250. And 1 and 2 EGT, fuel flow, oil temperature, pressure, quantity, all looking beautiful. Climb out has been great. We're 20 minutes since we left the gate, 14 minutes since we left the runway. We've got another 70 miles to top of climb at 360, and we've got another 463 miles to go to Cape Town. I'm not sure what the ratio is of people that left, but I know they lost money. No doubt about it. There are quite a few people that got a refund. I'm one of them. And they're going to end up losing money even if I come back to 2024. Because I purchased the deluxe premium package. And I'm not going to do that. I go back to 2024 again. I'll just get the standard version. So they're going to lose money. What they need to do is come out with maybe a super premium edition. Get rid of all the aircraft, because a lot of us don't need them. Just give us the base aircraft that you have there, and offer us additional airports that are built up, as opposed to planes. Because I fly this plane, that's it. Unless I'm doing some testing like I was during the Alpha in a Cessna. So that would be a nice option for those of us that fly one aircraft, two aircraft, and that's it. Then maybe I'd purchase the Super Deluxe and get some additional airports, you know. Oh, I don't plan on getting the standard just yet, but I will eventually, because the only thing that I get in the upgraded versions would be a few extra airports. That's it. I think there's 10 airports, the difference between standard and premium deluxe. I don't need all the extra aircraft. I don't need the planes, the helicopters, and all that stuff. I have my Payware PMDG 737, which I'll also have in 2024 if I end up going that route. And for the amount of time that I spend at any of those 10 airports, it's really not a lot. I'm usually just bouncing around. So, and I have found over the years, since I've been flight simming since the 1980s, that adding third-party stuff eventually causes flickers, stutters, and issues. Every revision that I've had, going back to Microsoft Flight Simulator for the Tandy 1000 computer back in 1985, I think it was, 83. Every single one of them. So that's why I like to keep it streamlined, because I prefer smooth performance over the eye candy for the airports. You know, just give me the taxiways and the airports looking good, and, you know, because the airports in 2020 look horrific. They look terrible. They look like they were made for Flight Simulator 95. I mean, I get why they do it. They want you to go into the store and purchase airports. That's where they're going to make their extra money, but they don't look that great at all, which is where X-Plane has its plus. There are tremendous airports all around the world, thanks to their open network that they have for freeway to just update stuff. They get to look it over to make sure that it's good. The coding isn't garbage. It's not going to do any, you know, issue to your setup, cause issues, stutters, flickers because of bad coding. And then it gets added into the mix, right into the base platform, which is pretty cool. 2020, got to go the same route. 2024, give people the update, the option to update these airports, make them look nice. You look them over and then put them into the base package, instead of us having to go to the marketplace and download them all. That would be pretty cool, but I think I'm asking for a bit much. Yeah, there were some airports that I've been to didn't even have gates. You just pull up to a building with a whole bunch of the same window over and over and over and over again. Definitely not up to par compared to the rest of the simulator. No doubt about it. All right, PVV. We should have 16.4. We're 16.4 right now in the fuel. We should have 11.7 when we get in. Another 427 miles to go. Another 37 miles to top of climb. All in all, pretty good ride. Oh, as an add-on, you'd have to go get it? Yeah. Tell you, the weather down here is beautiful, man. Look at that. A few clouds here and there. Man, you can see out to the horizon. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, let's see. What's up next? Tequila. And when do we get on that chart on the way in here? Let's have a peek at that. What do we have? Getting 1B. Getting CTV 30, then 8 miles out, and then we're swinging around, and then we're coming in, and we had what, 19? Yes, 19 on the ILS-Z. Matter of fact, let's put that in right now. Airport elevation is 151. I'll get 150 in there. Decision height, we'll take a look. 191. Oh. Pay attention, Johnny. I'm trying to change the speed of the aircraft. What I should do is maybe crank us up a bit. We're at Mach 7.8. Maybe we'll crank up to Mach 0.8. Right, 191 I said. And 109.1. And that's going to be, it's going to be a deuce. And at Cape Town, 9,000 max 250. We'll be at 210 there at 9,000. So that looks pretty good.
682, center 118.907, bigger.
I think eventually they'll probably discontinue 2020, or at least access to the online service, I would imagine. You could probably still fly offline. You know, you might not have access after, I don't know what they say, 10 years from when they made it. So, another 5 years away, though, still. Or 2030, right? If it came out in 2020, 10 years lifespan, 2030. Another 5 years. That's a lifetime for flight simulation, man. A lot can happen in 5 years. But at the very least, that's what would be nice. You go online, you just get certified that, yep, you're the owner of 2020. You don't get the photogrammetry anymore, and you won't get the satellite images. But you still should be able to fly offline, which you can do now. Can't do that in 2024. They turn off the servers, then you're done. And you're 253. All right, we're going to be coming up to cruise here in just a bit. We're at 360. We're coming up on 350 now. So we got another 8 miles to top of climb. On the 400 to go now, 392. There you go. 800 feet out. So, and that's 30 minutes since we left the gate, and it's 24 minutes since we entered the runway. So, and we have 390 miles to go. Pretty cool ride. A little over an hour to go. And you know what? Let's take a look at that cruise. Let's bump that up. The winds, the weather's beautiful here. I'm going to go to Mach 0.8 here on the cruise. Kick it up a notch. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I like having, well, this would be FSATC chatter. In X-plane, it's XATC chatter for the background transmissions. And the transmissions actually match what you have tuned in, which is pretty cool. Tower, you'll hear tower transmissions. Center, you hear center transmissions, you know, ground, and so on. So, it's pretty cool. That should be in range. All right, we're going to be coming up into Cape Town's airspace in just a bit. At Tequil, actually. Let's see if they've given us anything else. See, every now and then, SayIntentions frequencies just go dark. No transmissions at all. So I switch over to my center frequency, which is always on, and try and mix that in between. I'm hoping they switch us over to a frequency that has FSATC in the background, so I don't have to switch back and forth. It would be nice if I can get the COM2 to work in the background as well at the same time. If I could do that, then the problem would be gone altogether. I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. But, alright, let's go back and we'll try again in just a little bit. See if they're going to switch us over. What are you at? Oh, medication time. What do you bring? Prednisone. Nexium. What? Oh, there's 4 of them today. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Extra meds for Mikey on Sunday. Maybe I'll wait and see if there's a handoff into Cape Town first, and then I'll go take my meds. Yeah, the payware chatter, yeah. What the nice thing is about this, Mark is a pretty cool dude. He made XATC chatter first, and then if you have XATC chatter, you get FSATC chatter for free. And if you purchase FSATC chatter, you get the XATC chatter for free. So you pay once, and you can use it in X-plane or in MS-20 2024. So pretty cool. Oh, the Millennium Falcon, yeah, with the rain. One of the reasons why in X-plane it took me a few weeks to actually disassemble PMDG's 3D flight deck. I got rid of everything except the wipers and the glass, so I can get the 3D rain effect while I'm flying in here instead of that Millennium Falcon freaking warp factor freaking gazillion with that white night. I'm telling you, if you suffer from a seizure disorder, you may not want to look at that for an extended period of time. That would be something that they should absolutely fix in the future. They need to do something with that, because that just looks nasty. But if you're flying from the 3D flight deck, it looks great, because you get the 3D rain effect. You don't get that 2D stuff. So, alright, let's try again, see if they're going to switch us over to Cape Town. And let's see, at Tequil we should have 15.2. We're 15.2 on the fuel right now. We'll have 11.6 when we get in. 216 miles, 215 miles now to top of descent, and we've got 255 to go. Just waiting to see if we're going to get a change over here. Right now we're still on Johannesburg's airspace, so hopefully they're going to switch us over. Scenery is actually rather nice out the window. Beautiful mix of colors down there. All right, that's the crossover. Let's see if they're going to switch us over here. Oh, you're lucky that it doesn't trigger any seizures. I'm lucky. I don't suffer from them at all, so thank God. Are you going to switch us over? Let's try doing it ourselves. To 124.7. Let's see. Cape Town Center, good afternoon. SaFair Air 843, radio check.
Santivia 610, Cape Town Center, 555.
All right, now, let's see. Do we get transmissions on this frequency? Do I get them here? Okay, we get them now. Let's see if we get them now. All right, we're inbound UV decks. We got a little ways to go there, 200 miles. 197 miles now, top of descent. 335 to go in total. And no transmissions. All right, so we're going to move on over. All right, I'm going to go take my meds. I'll be right back in just a bit.
Trademark 1 Echo Romeo, contact center 124.12. Roger, 124.12. 1 Echo Romeo. Delta 745, contact center 123.75. 2375, Delta 745. Bridge 1653, contact center 135.7. Contact center number 1653, tunnel. Good day. Delta 13 center, welcome, and you are clear direct to Mazda. Direct to Mazda, Delta 813.
I hate those meds. Right. What are we looking at here? That's 40 minutes since we left the gate, and we've got 318 miles to go, 179 to top of descent. Next waypoint's a bit out. But this has been a great ride from beginning to where we are now at cruise. And once again, we're fighting a headwind of 58 knots. Most of my rides, I'm usually fighting a headwind. Luck of the draw, and I have no luck with the winds, that's for sure. Pretty cool ride, though, all in all. Yeah, just about an hour now, maybe just a little bit less than an hour. We should be in Cape Town. Should figure out a way to put some in-flight movie entertainment on the right screen there at cruise. Probably could figure out a way to do that. Grab a YouTube video and just shove it down on the right-hand side. Give you some in-flight entertainment on the way in. I don't know what the legality of that would be, though. Guess I could probably do it with the old movies that are out there that have passed the I forget whatever that time frame is where they become not freeware but royalty free. I guess it would be where you can watch them and show them. Don't have to worry about ponying out any cash to anybody. That could probably be doable. Don't know if I'd be able to get sound out of it though. I guess I could put closed caption on. You can actually read the script and you'd be able to hear me and ATC in the background. That might work. Maybe that's what I'll do today. I don't think I'm going to get 2 rides in, but I may have a little time before the family starts rolling in. Maybe I'll go look for some royalty-free movies and then see if I can figure out a way to get some in-flight entertainment up there on the right-hand side. Actually, I might even be able to put it behind the left seat, right behind here, since you don't really have the glass screens or the mode control panel, since I don't have the ability to give that to you, because they're not available in Air Manager. That should be in range. But yeah, you'll be able to follow along with the flight on the right side and then keep an eye on the in-flight movie on the left-hand side if it comes with closed caption. Yeah, I think that might be doable. I don't know what kind of demand it's going to put on the OBS stuff that's doing all the filming and everything. I'll have to see if it puts a demand on it where it's going to cause some issues. If not, maybe we'll see if we can get some in-flight movies to start showing up here behind the left seat. If I can find some royalty-free stuff. Some nice royalty-free aviation stuff would be pretty cool. As long as it has closed caption. If not, I think the audio would get a little bit too muddy. Alright, that's 45 minutes from the gate now. 145 miles top of descent, 283 to go. All in all, this has been pretty much a flawless ride from MS 2020 and PMDG 738. Now it's going to stop breaking up all that phlegm now. And Device Interface Manager has been performing beautifully. That's my hardware-software interface between everything you see here with MS 2020. Mr. Odom designed that stuff. So the only thing missing are my Flight Illusion gauges. And being that Flight Illusions are no longer in business, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them working in MS 2020. We'll see. Maybe someday. They do all work in X-Plane though. Maybe someday they'll be available in Air Manager. I'm just not bright enough to figure that out. And I think that would be it. Then it would basically be even as far as compatibility, as far as hardware, software, between X-Plane and MS 2020. I think they'd be pretty much even. And I know that TechWorks is in the works for the rudder trim gauge. So eventually, MS 2020 will have additional compatibility with the rudder trim gauge, which is not available in X-Plane with the TechWorks gauge, which is why I have all the information up on the upper multifunction display in the Zebo mod, so I can see all that visually. But both base platforms have their plus and minuses, you know. That's why I enjoy flying MS 2020 during the daytime. The view is amazing, and X-Plane just can't compete. Even trying ortho and all the other stuff, this just seems to give me a better setup and a smoother ride. But MS 2020 just cannot compete with X-Plane at night. I can control the light bulbs, you know, on the ground, and using reshade and resizing the lights themselves within X-Plane has given me an amazing view at night, which MS 2020 just has not been able to compete with. And you should be 5.5. Now the winds are starting to shift around a little bit, but we're still looking at 64 knots. They have not been all that helpful. Alright, now I gotta get out and blow my nose because that stuff is starting to work. It loosens the phlegm up in my throat and in my nose. I'll be right back. Let's stay relaxed here. Stretch out a bit. We still have a ways to go. Oh no, pretty cool run. I don't think I have any complaints this ride. If any, they're minor, nitpicky. It's getting a little dusty in here though. I have to get my wife's brush again. Matter of fact, can I reach it from here? do a little bit of housework. This brush comes in amazingly handy. I've been using this sucker for 9 years now. I don't scratch any of the equipment. And this was my wife's idea. I was sitting in here, told my wife, I said, I got to get in here and wipe all this down, and I really don't want to scratch it. I was thinking a paintbrush. And my wife was like, nope, I'll be right back. And she came in with this. She says it's perfect. It's, I don't know, they do blush or whatever with it. And it has been absolutely perfect for the task at hand. Don't really scratch anything, and it does a pretty good job. But it does get dusty in here pretty quick.
November 4th, here with Eastern right heading 060.
A little bit of house cleaning here.
November 4th, here with 5 miles.
Hey, dust gets on here rather quick, being that I'm in the garage. Builds up rather quickly.
Channel 3089, 2 miles from Wolfie, current Wolfie at 14,000. Clear localized, Wolfie runway 15 approach. I'm focused at 14,000, clear localized, runway 15 approach. Channel 6732, turn left direct moving.
You can see right there, a whole bunch of dust just pop out of that puppy. Seems to collect down here big time. But this brush is perfect for the job. Well, you can see all that dust coming out of there. That doesn't take that long to do. I'm sitting here at cruise doing nothing anyway, right?
Again for the direct half and then angle for a level.
Not too bad.
Channel 3864, climbing flight level 210.
It's like no cleaning the flight deck when the seatbelt sign's on, buddy.
Channel 3826, center maintain 16,000.
Very good.
3826 million, they're going to 16,000, altimeter 3001.
163,000, tower 3816.
Not bad. That's why my baby looks as brand new. After being here for 10 years. Take care of my baby.
Skywest 870 uniform, you got a miles description, maintain flow level 200.
Pretty dusty.
Level 5448, 126.55.
That's most of it.
Skywest 3826, 21 miles per Wolfoo, ground Wolfoo at 14,000, clear local altitude, runway 1 approach.
Cross local at 14,000, clear local altitude E15, Skywest 3826.
Skywest 5837, on the maintain file 210. On the maintain file 210. Delta 2630, descent via color 2 arrival, Denver altimeter, over now, 29er, 89er. Go 5837, contact center 128.65. Down take 10 uniform altimeter 3001. Down take 70 uniform 3 miles from Warner, draw corner at or above 16,500, correction at or above 16,000. Circle flight, runway 1 stop approach.
All right. House cleaning is done. Oh, that's definitely in range. 6. What are we looking at here? Oh, we got 40 miles now top of the climb. Top of the climb. 40 miles now top of descent. 178 to go. Oh, that killed a little bit of time. And I got the flight deck all dusted down. Cool. Oh, what did I do? I started that clock. Turn that off. So that's an hour from the gate, 54 minutes from the runway. And we've got 174 miles to go. So they did this in an hour and 36 minutes. We'll see just how close we come to that. And when are we going to get on that shot? 1A, no, 1B. Gretton to CTV, right? Gretton, CTV, and yeah, and that's all done already. All right, at UV decks, we should have 12.5 on the fuel. We've got 12.8 right now. Another 30 miles to go before we hit that, though. Give them another minute, too, then we'll get them back in their seats. Let's see if they'll do this for us. What are we looking at here?
Cape Town Center. Expect the K21 Bravo arrival. Prepare to descend in roughly 0 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
Yeah, so for 8:43, we can expect the Getty 1B arrival into Cape Town in about 10. Yeah. Very good. Oh, we can see the coast there. Pretty nice view all the way around. What do we have here? Top of descent in 20. Let's get them back in their seats. SaFair 843 cleared to descend via the Getty 1B arrival down to flight level 250. Descent flight level 230, SaFair 843. All right, so we're good down to 23 now. And we're going to start our descent in just another 15 miles. They're in their seats. We're all pretty much set. Just got to get the auto brake. Everything else is pretty good, set, good to go. This has been a great ride. That should be in range. 6 is correct. And what are we looking at here? 12.5. We're at 12.6, 11.5 when we get in. 1:49 to go. We should be getting ready to just start slowing down now here in just a bit. Great view. You can see the beach out in the distance there. All right, speed's coming down a little bit now. Actually, I could bring these all the way back. Down to Mach 0.78. Very good. So far, she's been right on the money. So that's an hour and 5 minutes since we left the gate. We're on our way down now. 59 minutes since we entered the runway. We've got 138 miles to go. Nice stable descent, no porpoising going on, looks good. Looks good. And 54.
Transavia
16.6,
610,
16.6. Very good. Descent flight level 190, SaFair 843.
Yeah, from 4051, direct to seawall. Jump 461, clear direct seawall. Jump 4051, contact control.
Looks like a nice beach area out there.
Alright, now it's 2.25. Jump 4051, keep going. Thank you.
Definitely would not want to go down in any of these mountainous areas, boy. What a view.
Charlie, Victor Kilo 7070, contact center 124.7. Connect. 124.7, Chuck Kilo 7070. Second one,
63 knot headwind, just about. Man, it's pretty clear out. A few clouds way out in the distance, but that's it, man. What a view.
FedEx 1107, flight level 360. FedEx 1107, that's in, right?
Beautiful ride.
FedEx 34, return still.
FedEx 1234, that's in, right? Flying FedEx 1107. 1107, can't take that.
That's in range.
3447, you do the same, FedEx 1107. FedEx 90, actually Holbrook, or I think you get on the ground quicker to go on the Condor arrival. You can see if you'd rather do that, let me know. I don't know where your parking spot is, so it'll work out better. You can stay on Holbrook, though. FedEx 90, what's the Condor arrival? FedEx 90, expect that in 2 minutes. FedEx 90. 90, clear in Condor, Condor 3 arrival. The 46, contact City Center, 127.62, y'all see that. 127.62, basically, contact.
Man, what a view.
98.4, Plymouth International, descended miles description, maintain level 240. 9824, roger, contact on 120.07.
Really haven't seen much aircraft in the air, though. I think one or two, that was it this entire ride.
141 Center, roger. Through direct airport, descend at Power Stress and maintain level 240.
Let's have a peek here.
240, 141.
All right, we're on there now.
Maintain bottom of 240. 1396, roger, contact on 120.07.
What are we coming in at? Coming in at $150. Ooh. We're hoofing it.
West 611,
What's our gate? A10. A10 is the gate. Oh, we're right off of Echo. Our gate's right off of Echo. Okay. Alright, Ezrook. 12.4 on the fuel. We've got 12.4. 11.7 when we get in. We got 97 miles to go. Oh, beautiful view out that right window. Man, look at that. Beautiful. Can only imagine what it must be like growing up down there in that type of setting. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn. I knew cement. That's it. Can imagine living in one of those villages down there with nothing but mountains all around you. Man, that's definitely a different way of life. That's for sure. Pretty cool. Alright, we can get you set as well.
Good morning, Mooney 4054 Hotel, 10,500. Mooney 4054 Hotel, altimeter 3018. 3018.
And we're going to 302 now. That should be a pretty cool view. Yeah. Man, never gets old, that view. Never. Nice and smooth. And it looks like we're going to have a great view on the way in. And what are we doing here? Cape Town Center, SaFair Air 843. Request lower 9,000. Let's see if they'll give it to us.
Transradio 610. Descend altitude 9,000 feet.
Descend out to 9,000 feet. All right, good. Continue on down, baby. Continue on down.
Good morning, Captain 781 flight over 390.
All right, so we need to be 250 knots max, 30 miles out of Cape Town. So right now we're at 256. So we're pretty much right there. 250 down to 210 or below, and then we're going to swing out and come around. So far, the auto flight system has performed beautifully. And the view of the entire ride has been amazing.
American 2076, center under.
We're holding at 45. And then transmissions disappear again.
Good morning, man. 2765 330. 2765 in Roger. I did hear a request for high.
All right, coming up on 18, let's have a peek. Bleed air panel is set to auto. Land altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instruments and radios is set. Local QNH is, that one's going in right now. Very cool. We got a clean board. And landing data VRES, we're coming in at $150, probably $149. 109.9, 109.10, 109.10, 191, 191. That's in, and decision height is in.
$627,
302 and 12.2, 12.2, 11.6. We get in 65 to go. Could even wait till we get lower to switch that over. Doesn't really matter. The view is beautiful. Man, look at that.
We can take 3 flash shorts.
Got to see how far the ride is from Cape Town to FAOR, which is the home base for SaFair Air. I don't think I'll get another one in. It's 10 after 3. Depends on how long this flight is. I might be able to come back, get a squeeze a second one in here, maybe. If it's not too long, maybe.
We'd like to do the VOR approaching into Sakura with a focus at your turn. 773 Mike Golf standby. Mike Golf, you do have all the terminal notes for spoiler airport? Affirmative. You have the weather.
And our speed's in the 240s. We got to get down to 210, 8 miles out of Cape Town.
American 2437, St. Martin. 2437, meeting Mach 0.79, ready to stay.
I think I see our airport down there. Certainly looks like it. Sure looks like it.
3018, we'd like to do the VOR approaching into Sakura with the full procedure turn. 773 Mike Golf standby. Mike Golf, you do have all the terminal notes for spoiler airport? Affirmative. You have the weather. In November 773 Mike Golf, are you doing a practice approach or are you doing a full stop for that'll be a practice approach with the mist and back out of target double eagle. 773 Mike Golf, Roger, making 1000 for coil to VOR. You want clear to be on a runway 33 approach into Coral Airport to the full.
Yep, that's our airport, all right.
Mike Golf, actually, you'd like the VOR approach over the VOR. Mike Golf, Roger that, stand by, sir. Hey, no worries. And number 3 Mike Golf, and cross the Colorado above 10,000, clear VOR DME Alpha, approach Coral Airport next to the approach as well. Alright, cross out above 10,000 show me COR, we'll clear the DOR approach, and we'll talk to Mr. Coach.
And number 3, Mike, I'll say that there's blocks with US still radar contact, but cases record frequency is approved, and like I said,
Speed's coming down now. Very nice.
Ticket 2076, contact 7132.8.
132.8, American 2076.
All right, let's switch on over.
Ticket 2076, contact 7132.8.
132.8, American 2076.
American 1634, descend and maintain level 360.
360, American 1634.
Whoa, what did it do here? What the heck is all that nonsense?
6456, contact center 133.05.
3305, FedEx 456.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of that puppy. We don't want to hold.
Okay, 2765, traffic close to Bloemfontein, 0 miles west, down there about level 360.
Traffic inside, American 2760.
That's all we want.
ETA 734, traffic 11 o'clock, 5 miles west.
We're not gonna hold. We're not gonna hold. Give me flaps 1. Let's start slowing down here. All right, we're at 210 now. Right on the money.
451, contact center 132.8.
32.8,
11.5 and max is 9,000. We're descending. Give me flaps 5.
Morning Center, Mooney 252 Romeo Hotel. Yes, VFR at 14,500.
252 Romeo Hotel, altimeter is 3020.
020, question for you. Got restricted 2515.
Give me 10.
Ahead down the road there. Wondering if you know if it's active or not.
I don't believe it is active. And what was the number again?
Great view.
2515, Romeo 2515.
Yeah, I don't even see it going active today, so what's that for you?
Great, thanks a lot.
Beautiful.
Southwest 1363, contact center on 127.
2767 today, Southwest 1360.
Beautifully done. A little bit of flicker going on there.
We'll hang it up 390.
And 10,000. Just a touch high. Just a touch high here. And we're holding at what, 45? And 191 on the mist. So they did this ride in 1 hour and 36 minutes. It's an hour and 26 since we left the gate. Hour and 21 since we entered the runway. Pretty cool ride. And we're on local pressure.
Number 71 to pitch Romeo Golf, contact approach 123.9.
26 miles out. We got this U-turn coming up and run our way in.
Number 358 kilo, contact center 133.05. 133.05, 358.
And we're just going to go to 191.
1350, contact center 132.8. 32 southwest, sir.
191 and then 45. A little flicker there. That looks great.
Number 56 Alpha uniform, descend maintain level 340.
Couple more flickers. Beautiful view though. Man, look at that view. My fat head out of the way. Great view.
Stand at 73938 in a route, Shell 3019. Southwest 314, contact center 127.67. 127. Yeah, 3714, contact center 130.2. Have a go.
Hope you're enjoying the view. I am. No doubt about it.
Caravan 977, contact approach 125.05.
Big Jet 726, contact center 128.32 today.
2832. Sorry, 703, contact center 118.42. South 41, good morning, we're at a contact on maintain 10,000, turn left 10820 vector for the one. Sergeant 1832 flighting 260 vectors for the 5. Sergeant 1832, clear to level, resume in level 3. Here's Super Bravo Golf Squad approach 13039 identifying and maintain 10,000. Airport Bravo Golf Radar contact 3 miles southwest of Loop Airport.
Need to be above 3 here. We're at 4,700, so we're looking pretty good.
150 clear to Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Canada 688, contact Sun Island.
Another great view out that window. Beautiful view. All right, let's pick up the localizer. We're holding at 4,500. And we can pick up the approach. We're getting bebopped around a little bit. We got a 13, 14, 15. It's swinging between 10 and 15. Just about a headwind. So 191, and we're holding at 45 on the mist at CTV. Let me have the gear. I've got the airport and the runway. Me 15 on the flaps. Speed check. Beautiful ride from PMDG, no doubt about it. Hey Rodney, how's it going? Yep, we're just about ready to come on in here. All right, give me 25 on the flaps. And we're going to slow all the way down. And give me 30. So, lights, engine start select is auto brake, landing gear, speed brake, flaps. They have been notified. Let's have a quick peek. 10 notification is complete, speed brake is on, landing gear is down, 3 green, flaps is set for landing. Beautiful ride and amazing view. All right, let's switch this over now. Let me have the airport. And we have gate 19, so we're right off of Echo on the way in. Seven-knot crosswind, just about. Single channel lock. We'll take it at 1,000. Auto flight system performed beautifully. Man, what a view. Beautiful view, man. Oh, very nice. My bird. I've got control. Amazing ride.
Canada 241, contact center 1355. 35.5, Air Canada 241. Approaching
Continue. Oh, that's a nice looking airport. Not sure why it does that. Should not run through that test. Don't know why it does it. And we're off. We're off at Charlie. And you can go to TA. Yep, that's it. Alright, let's make sure we're all cleaned up here. Exterior light says needed. Oh, how about you get set there, Louis? Alright, APU start. Yep, APU is up and running. Okay, good. Let's get on APU. And we'll give that a minute before we switch over to bleed air. Alright, your damper's off. Window heat switches are off. Yes. Wing and engine anti-ISO off. Engine start selectors as needed. You know what? You guys can come off. It's beautiful out there. Auto brake is off. Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Transponders TA auto weather radar is set to test. Alright. And what are we looking at here? Do they have a ground frequency here? Let's see if we can get them. A Cape Town ground. Good afternoon, SaFair 843 at intersection Charlie, looking to taxi to gate Alpha 10. The routes, Nate, I actually go on FlightAware, and I try and grab the real-world flights if they exist.
Taxi to gate A10 via Charlie Bravo. Have a great day.
Taxi to gate Alpha 10 via Charlie Bravo. Thank you. All right. And we can even bring that back. And we're on our way in. So we got Charlie to Bravo, Bravo, just about to echo, and then we're going to pull into our gate. That's good enough. And we can even kill number 2. It's a nice looking airport right here. I guess this must be one of the ones that are included in 2020. Electric, yep. And then hydraulics next, yes. Yeah, see, no aircraft here. I wonder if I might have to put something in it to FSATC. Or FS Traffic Global. Maybe I have to put a destination airport in here so it loads it up with aircraft. It's always a ghost town on the back end. And I say, what? Alpha 10, right? Alpha 10. A few flickers there. And hydraulics, yes, thank you. All right, now we're getting into the alphas. looking for 10. That's 14. 13.
That was 6003.
Is 12. There's Echo, and here's our gate. And we can get rid of the taxi light. Is 11. And here's 10. Alpha 10.
Papa Charlie Echo when ready to send bubble 29.
Alright, everybody, hope you enjoyed that ride. I'm hoping to get another one in here, maybe out of here into that airport I mentioned earlier. I got to see, it's already going on 25 to 4. We're going to be close. I got to see how long this ride is.
Good afternoon, Air Canada 212, plane level 392.
Off, anti-collision, you're off. And we're at the gate, that's at 1:42. So we're 6 minutes late. Alright, let's bring up the menu here. And yeah, FS action. Ground services, set the chocks. Give me ground power. And give me air conditioning as well. I want both.
6003.
And the jetway. Let's request the jetway. There we go.
Papa Charlie Echo.
And let's get the doors. Alright. So, the chocks are in position. We can lose the brake. Ground power is available. Let's get on ground. Confirm we're on ground. We're going to get on unconditioned air now. APU is off. Off, off, off. And you're on standby. Let's have a peek. Electrical power. APU or ground. We're on ground power. We are set for unconditioned air. The APU bleed switch is off. The left and right packs are set to auto. Isolation valve is open. Fuel levers are set to cut off. Anti-collision light is off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set. Galley power is off. Window heat switches are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights as needed. We have position lights. Flight director switches are off. Chocks in position. Parking brake is off. And that's a wrap. Alright, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that ride. For those of you that were with me this afternoon, you know I always enjoy the company and the conversation along the way during my flights, man. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't given me a thumbs up or a like, my understanding is that it does something with YouTube, so go ahead and click that thumbs up if you don't mind. Alright, I'm going to try and get a second ride in today. I don't know if it's going to happen because Sunday's family dinner day and it's almost 20 to 4 now. I'm going to see if I can push another one out, but no promises there though. So, alright everybody, I'm going to get started on this next ride. If I don't do it today, maybe it'll be late tonight after everybody goes home. Alright everybody, I'll catch you on my next run.
Flashback 6,000, good day, flying level 330.
330, Flashback 6,000.
Aircat 212, contact center 12777.
12777, Aircat 212. 150, 245, 280, or line.
Flashback 230, good day, flying flight level 370.
Flying flight level 370, West 232.
Flashback 232, speed is at your discretion.
Speed our discussion was at 232.
Air Canada 317, Air Condition runway, flying runway 29.
Runway 29, we check. Air Canada 317.
Russia 2310, contact center 11975 today.
Thank you, 75, Russia 2310 today.